been banged up. He's lost 3-2, lost by criteria to Mongolia, and then was put away early by Pakistan earlier today. That leg clearly affecting him. How does he respond here in the heavyweight division? All on the line. Early shot by Yamamoto. Nothing happens with it.
Yamamoto's going to want to look to actually the good side leg. If he had a choice, if he can shoot well to both sides, he'd want to go to the strong leg side, because you want to make sure that your opponent's trying to balance on his injured leg. If he's trying to take advantage of that, which maybe he is, maybe he isn't.
Alfie Alapone is a tough wrestler. He's a Pan Am silver medalist, two-time Pan Am silver medalist.
Blue action.
Took 8th at the Regan Grand Prix over in Russia.
Center.
He's had a tough weekend in Iowa City, but he can put those frustrations behind him if he can dial up a little bit of magic, give Cuba the bronze.
He's seeing some high-level attacks. He's not going to go to his knee at all. So really, his offense is going to come from, sort of high-level pass-bys. It's going to be complicated, especially early, to get those takedowns. But if he wears down Japan, he might be looking at some good, second period opportunities. Remember, a technical fall with no points against is going to be 4 points, 21-20 classification point win. So maybe he's looking for a takedown and he feels confident in his gut wrench. Getting that 2-on-1, trying to see what kind of pressure Yamamoto gives him.
Still has the 2-on-1, the Russian tie on Yamamoto's left arm. Yamamoto clears it away. Both wrestlers near that push-out territory. They go shoulder to shoulder. And let's see if they confirm the point. They do. Give Yamamoto the single tally, and Cuba says, no way. Brick comes flying in.
It's hard to remember what you just saw, but I would tend to think that the red wrestler put his hand down first. They really don't want to give up any points, as you can tell, because they're trying to get this, the shutout is a really big aspect of it.
I stay with blue. If they want to protest, we can look at it better.
So they did switch to blue.
The brick returned, a good challenge by Cuba. And it is Al Capone who goes up 1-0. Ball change, Cuba with a 1-0 lead, a minute to go, first period. Two battering rams, forehead to forehead, leaning on one another right now.
Red activity.
One activity from Yamamoto. A thin line separating those two benches. Everybody piled together, watching together.
Now ALPAJON's going to need to get he's going to want to try to get at least one takedown here before the end of the period.
Yamamoto with that shot clock dwindling down. Al Capone in this position, content to let that clock go all the way to 0. He'll take the point, and Al Capone leads 2-0.
Chase him around. I mean, there's some danger here for Yamamoto. If he keeps backing away, he's going to start finding some cautions here from the referees, especially once they get on the game plan that's just trying not to give up any points.
So the first period comes to an end. Tim, let's remind the audience, here's what's at stake. If it holds as a shutout for Al Capone, he'll get the 3 points. He keeps Japan from getting that classification point, so the two teams would be locked at 20.
Correct. Which then would go to the next level of, which is who scored more technical points.
So that's how they would tally it up on that second set of criteria with the classification. So we'll dig into that as the drama unfolds at heavyweight over the next 3 minutes. Still a long way to go for that to happen,
right.
But after the first 3 minutes, Al Capone has put himself at least in that position if you're Cuba.
So yeah, you got to look at those. I mean, it's really difficult to say.
Back to action we go in this second period. 10 seconds in, 2-0 ALPAJON. Cuba looking for the bronze. Japan led at one point 5-1 in this duel, and Cuba has stormed back. The leader Salas has given them the bonus points they needed on the classification side to set up possible heroics for their heavyweight, their banged up heavyweight. Again, the two wrestlers ear to ear. You're not going to get a lot of scoring in this position. ALPAJON has the underhook on the right side. Oh, dropping down was Yamamoto, and he gets the two. Beautiful move by Taiki Yamamoto, and Japan ties it.
So you start getting into number crunching, you get ahead of yourself and forget the other guy wants to win too.
Now he's looking to get exposure. He'll get 2 for sure, and Japan leads 4-2.
Face.
Kind of fun to watch the teams as they're in the corners, just screaming right next to each other. Donned all in blue and red.
Red attack!
ALPAJON has the underhook on the right. He's trying to steer clear of that right arm of Yamamoto.
He's trying to get into a body lock situation and then just force himself. He'll take a side to side. He'll take a 50-50 on the fall. Then look for double underhooks here. He's got to snap the head to open him up a little bit.
Yeah, he needs that go for broke move. He's going to have to take a risk. Yamamoto with a big flurry in this second period for Japan.
Activity time.
If it goes to technical points, if it goes any other way, Japan does have the lead in technical points, 61-52 coming into this match. So it's going to need a fall.
Okay, center, activity.
ALPAJON all of a sudden has 9 other coaches in his corner. You see the two teams in the backdrop, everybody on their feet. Cuba needs a fall. Japan and Yamamoto, a weight class they knew coming into this World Cup they were young at, inexperienced. Their lightweights did the job, and now the heavyweight trying to seal it on the back end.
Have to try to get something going here. Got to pull on the head a little bit to open up these underhooks.
Gets to the side and gets the 2. Dragging the toes, he gets 2. You see all the coaches piling in.
Oh, this is dangerous for Yamamoto. If he doesn't come back to the center, he might get a caution.
Is that correct? 38?
38 seconds to go. Final period, 5-4. A decision win won't be enough for Cuba. They need more.
Center.
Not sure why we had a stoppage there, but we do.
Tell the coaches to stand down.
32 seconds. Back up and running.
We got a long 30 seconds.
ALPAJON. Can he set up a throw? It's Yamamoto countering, driving ahead, and he'll get the push out and get the point.
The clock keeps running, so I think they're going to have to.
Yeah, the clock's still winding down, so we're going to have a delay here as they reset the clock. Everybody getting caught up in the excitement of the moment for bronze. There's a brick also in from the Cuban corner.
I think about the clock.
The officials,
doesn't really favor Cuba to have a stoppage right now because there is such.
The clock, how much time in the clock?
so they're going to have to go back and reset the clock on that push out. That was
10
the
seconds?
whistle as Yamamoto was able to get the point.
He's saying is red stepped out first.
Let's take a look.
I think maybe he's saying that there was 2 or 4 points at the end there with the exposure because the continuation. Usually not, but sometimes.
Challenge loss, call stands for Japan. They get the push out point.
And one more.
And now the second part of the equation is, let's see what they reset the clock at. They go 17. ALPAJON needs a throw. Dodging is Yamamoto. Taiki Yamamoto, 21 years old. 10th at the 2017 World Championship. The countdown on for Japan. And for the first time since 1985, they capture the bronze medal. An exhausted Yamamoto can't even stand up and celebrate with his teammates.
Unreal.
But that's all right. Still down on all fours, absorbing the moment. And Japan back in the World Cup for the first time since 2014. They deliver a bronze medal. Congratulations to Japan.
Yeah, great sportsmanship. Team celebrating.